Chairperson. We strongly believe that universal primary education is a misallocation of resources such as funds and human resources, attention, and the political will for the developing world, especially in the least developing countries like Sub-Saharan Africa and South Asia. In these countries, large proportion of population is starving. Many of them are dying in a refugee camp with despair, waiting for the slim chances of being fed by aid. Most children die at young age. Some very lucky ones do survive, but with subsistence agriculture and very primitive physical labor such as mining. They are isolated in the local villages and marginalized from economic activities. So today we strongly believe that we cannot manage humanitarian aid and universal primary education at the same time because resources are so limited, but starving people is innumerable. So we should allocate resources effectively. So we have two steps today. The first, obviously, we need to deliver humanitarian aid to starving people to keep them alive. And second, but other than that, we should concentrate all resources we can gain on building necessary infrastructures like road and port, water supply, and power generation and electricity. Infrastructure not only prepare ourselves for future famine and natural disaster by making delivery of humanitarian aid possible, but also become basis of economic development to avoid such necessity for humanitarian aid in the future. I will explain the two levels. First, a reality of the least developing country and ethical calls we need to make. And second, how infrastructure decreases economical development. Let me move the first point about a survival surplus education. It is wrong to force education to starving people like status quo. A large amount of people are starving now and they die. In case of Ethiopia or Uganda, 82% of people live in its country with less than $1 in a day now. And also in Sudan, over 70% of babies die in a year. So like this, starving people always see innumerable deaths around them. So on this situation, it is impossible to give them education. So it is just forcing people who are waiting in a restaurant to learn alphabets. So it is morally wrong because this situation ignores starving people. Please imagine the situation that you are extremely starving and you can get only one piece of biscuit to survive and your little sister is dying. On this situation, why can you say that you are really inspired to go to school? Clearly, the answer is no. This situation is morally wrong. In addition, children not provided any aid will starve if they cannot go to school. Actually, there are some children who cannot go to school because their family need labor force or they live in a country according disputes. Of course, in this region, relief supply cannot be reached, but surely these disputes cause starving. Yes, please.
But, for countries like Uganda and Ethiopia, aid has always been given for so long. Don't you think that something has to be changed in order to lift these people from poverty?
Okay, I got the point. Surely the feeding is continued by so far, but still in these countries, starving people is innumerable around them, and it is a serious situation. So we should improve this situation by prevailing infrastructure. So I explain this point in my second point. I will continue. So in the case of Congo, there is tens of thousands of illegal diamond diggers from Congo in Angola, and they have families illegally migrated to Angola together. Universal primary education cannot cover this kind of children because they are not registered, and since they are hiding from legislature, they are changing the living places. So considering these kind of facts, it is more important to set up necessary infrastructure in Congo so that they can make a living in Congo and they do not have to wonder about they can set up their own settled life. then remember the second point is about economy should come first. With universal primary education, no job available even after graduating school because there is no workplace engaged in. So vast majority of people are marginalized from economic activities, and calculating skills or reading skills does not really help them because infrastructure is not prepared enough. Without road, we cannot build a factory because there is no way to get materials and convey products. So it just ended up going back to poverty again. But without universal primary education, job opportunities and option of lifestyle will become available because infrastructure will lead to the improvement of economy. First, infrastructure leads to the environment to do business by 3 steps. First, distribution system can be created because there can be way to get materials and convey products. And second, we can easily make products and productivity will be improved because so far they can get only water during daytime and then they make products. But with enough infrastructure, they can cut for getting water, so they have much more time to make products. And third, they can be healthy labor force. So because thanks to the water supply, they can drink clean water. So we can make environment to start economic activities. First, it may be primitive ones, but get a chance to extend business if there is an infrastructure. So for example, we can get foreign capital, or we can get domestic. So they can get incentive to do business. No, thank you. So by this, job opportunities will be increased, and also individual wage will be also increased. So domestic market will be created, and then even more jobs can be available. So it leads to the improvement of economy. This point is important because it can give incentive to living by themselves for poor people. So they can afford to. More people will be able to get job, and they want to improve lifestyle, and they have a desire to earn more money. So it leads to the finally eliminate poverty, and stable life will be available. This situation is quite timely to give them education, not now. The third point is that need to prioritize skill first. With universal primary education, what they learn is not directly relevant to their life, because what they learn is not necessary to primitive job, and even after graduating, they cannot be engaged in their job immediately. But without universal primary education, they know the rule and the custom of the communities, and such as skills are important, and when they become a labor, the factory as well. So that's why we like to propose. Thank you.